Welcome to a video on how to join Circuit Roleplay. We've had a lot of new members coming in and a lot of questions. This video is going to clarify all of that. So if you want to join the server, you need to watch this entire video because it's going to give you all the information that you need. And if you ask us questions, there's a good chance we're just going to send you this video if something's covered in it. Important information. Note that this is a whitelisted server. You cannot join without applying. That means that you have to be a member in order to hop on the server. So please don't ask us for an IP. We'll give it to you when you're ready. Important requirements. You need to own FiveM on PC. Mac and Linux is fine, but it needs to be on PC. Unfortunately, there is no way to play FiveM on console. You need to have 100 hours in FiveM. Please note, FiveM is not GTA 5. FiveM is a modded launcher of GTA 5. You need to download the FiveM launcher. It will not affect your GTA 5 or GTA 5 Online. It's just a different modded version of GTA 5. If you do not have 100 hours, we will provide some information on alternative options for you. You must be over the age of 16. There are no exceptions to this rule. If you are caught lying about your age, you will be blacklisted from the community. If you are not 16 now, unfortunately, you will have to wait till you turn 16. That is to ensure that we have a mature player base. If you don't have FiveM or you don't have the hours yet, get FiveM. It's a lot of fun even if you don't play specifically on our server, and there's plenty of public servers that you can join right now. So download FiveM and watch a tutorial on how to download and how to play FiveM, and then you can join pretty much any public server and get that time in. We know many of you want to play on our server with content creators that you're already familiar with. However, we need to ensure that we have a really good server and a server that's filled with people who aren't trolls and actually know how to roleplay. So if you don't have the hours yet, sorry, you won't be able to join, but hopefully when you get the hours, you will be able to. Plus, joining our server, it's a little bit more than just joining a public server. You're putting in a lot more dedication and a lot more time, so you're better off playing FiveM, seeing if you like it. Best bet is to go on YouTube and type in top 10 public servers. Try them around. Some servers will honestly suck and you will hate them. And that's fine because they're public. So you can just hop off that server, hop on another one, and you're going to have a lot of fun. I personally recommend Extra Life Roleplay. It's a server that I played on as my first public server. So do that, get into FiveM, and then come back to us. Do not ping or DM owners. They cannot and will not help you. They are very busy making sure the server runs and developing it. Also, most of them are content creators, so they have jobs that they're trying to do. So please leave them alone. Please do not ping or DM staff about stuff you can find yourself. If something's covered in this video, you do not need to be DMing anyone about it. So simply watch this video or check the information section in the Discord. Do not ask when your application will be accepted. We will get to it. Some days we get up to 70 applications, so it may take us up to 72 hours. However, most of the time, your application will be gotten to in a few hours. Do not spam anyone or complain nonstop in chat. If you're having an issue, simply post it and our team will get to you. Do not lie on your application. You will be permanently banned for life. Whether if you lie about your age, we will blacklist you, and if you come back when you're older, you will still be blacklisted. So please do not lie on your application. So what is the actual joining process? Well, first you'll watch this video, and then you'll actually be able to apply. Then you're going to do an interview. That interview is going to happen with either a supervisor from law enforcement departments or a civilian supervisor. You'll then have a short orientation similar to this video. If you're joining a law enforcement department, you'll do a training, normally lasting between 1 and 2 hours. You'll then do a probationary period. If you join law enforcement, that probation period, you're already a cop on the server, patrolling, in-game, role-playing. That probation is a period where we watch you. And at that point in time, after that, you're a full-on member. Can I be civilian and LEO? Yes. For those of you who don't know, LEO means cop. However, you got to pick one as your primary and one as your secondary department. So, if you want to be civilian most of the time, apply to civilian first. Once you become a civilian and you're in the server, you can then apply for law enforcement, and that'll be your reserve department. Or you can be LEO primary and Civ secondary. Either way works fine. If you're wondering about fire department doesn't necessarily count to your limit. So if you want to be civilian, law enforcement, and fire department, that's fine. First, pick the one that you want to be main in and apply for that one. How to get your app accepted? Don't lie. Make sure to proofread and spell check. put as much information as you can. Most of the reason that applications get denied is because they simply write one-word answers. 1 to 20-word answers will be automatically removed. Think before you post and try your best. Make sure your Steam is public. If you don't know how to make your Steam public, simply go on YouTube and type in how to make Steam public. That's so we can check your hours. If you don't own if you don't own GTA 5 on Steam, but instead you own it on Epic Games, you still have to make sure your Steam is public because we can still check. If you own GTA 5 through a different method, such as through Rockstar Games itself, still make sure your Steam is public. We'll then see you don't have GTA 5, and you'll be direct messaged. We'll DM you about that issue, and then we'll sort it out on your end. Don't worry about letting us know. If you would like, in that Steam link, if you don't own it on Steam, feel free to write something like, I do not own it on Steam, but I own it on Epic Games, and then post the link. Make sure that you read the questions and fill them out correctly. A lot of applications, especially, and even sometimes good applications, get denied because they miss a question or they answer the question completely wrong. Make sure you read those questions. This is an example of an LEO application. On the left here, we have a bad app, and then we have a good application. I'm not going to read these, but if you're applying for LEO, pause this. This will give you a good example. This is an example of civilian. Pause this and read this. It'll give you a little bit more insight. Don't plagiarize. This is just to show you the type of information and the quantity of information we want to provide. You should also make sure to spell check, punctuate, capitalize. I didn't do it on these examples because these aren't real examples, and also it's 4 a.m. right now and I really don't have the time or patience to do that, so make sure you do. Where to apply? Now looking here at the Discord. You'll see here on the left-hand side, you can see different chats. Likely, the only chat that you will be able to see is welcome, information, and public. Luckily, that's all you'll need. If you have questions, you can write it here in public chat. There's also some announcements, but the most important thing is apply here. Make sure to scroll all the way up, and then you'll see some requirements here. At the very tippy top here, you'll see this application bot. Simply select the application that you like. Today, I'll join the LSPD. When you click that, you'll get an apply here. It'll ask you if you're certain that you'd like to apply. If you would like to, click I want to apply. Now it'll ask you some questions, and you will pretty much fill out these questions. So for email, you would obviously write out your email. I will just write that for now. And then you will simply fill out each and every single one of these questions. Make sure to take time and care. If you mess something up, well, it's going to be a little bit hard to fix. So make sure that you read these questions, and before you submit, read what you wrote. Okay, I wrote test, I'm reading it, I like it, and then you can send it. So that's how you apply. Once you finish applying, you'll see this. Okay, now that you've finished applying, you'll see your application is submitted. Your application has been submitted. Give us some time to figure this out. And sometimes you might see it loading. It might take a little bit to load. Unfortunately, that's on the actual end of the bot. And then eventually, we'll see your application and we'll review it. Once your application is accepted, you can then go down to need interview chat, and you will be able to ask for an interview. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any more questions, post it in public chat, and a member of our team will get to you as soon as they can. Hopefully, we'll see you in game soon.